I want to tell you an amazing story about a woman who became the embodiment of elegance, beauty, and dignity, Grace Kelly. Her life was like a real fairy tale where a Hollywood actress turned into a true princess. This is a story of talent, love, and tragedy that still touches the hearts of millions of people around the world. Philadelphia, November 12th, 1929. In the family of successful businessman John Brendan Kelly and his wife, Margaret Catherine Meyer Kelly, their third child was born, a girl named Grace. No one could have imagined then that this little girl would become not only a Hollywood icon, but also one of the most influential women of her time, whose name would forever go down in history. From a young age, Grace loved dancing, especially ballet. That was her first true passion. Later, she entered the Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York, where she began her path to fame. Like many aspiring actresses, Grace worked as a model and appeared in advertisements. Her first real breakthrough in film came with the role in High Noon by Fred Zinnemann, where she starred alongside the legendary Gary Cooper. That role caught the attention of famous director John Ford, who invited her to appear in Mogambo with Clark Gable and Ava Gardner. For this role, Grace received a Golden Globe as Best Supporting Actress and her first nomination for an Academy Award. But true fame came after the movie The Country Girl, for which she won both the Golden Globe and the coveted Oscar as Best Actress. And then came Alfred Hitchcock, who cast her in To Catch a Thief, a film that turned out to be fateful, because it was during the filming in Monaco that Grace Kelly met Prince Rainier the Third, and their incredible love story began. What could a Hollywood star and the ruler of a small European country possibly have in common? He was the heir of the ancient Grimaldi dynasty, and she was an actress who had conquered Hollywood with her refined beauty and talent. But, as they say, the heart knows no boundaries. On January 5th, 1956, the world learned the news of the engagement of Grace Kelly and Prince Rainier. On April 18th, 1956, the civil wedding ceremony took place in the throne room of the Prince's Palace of Monaco, followed the next day by the religious service. This was the turning point in the actress's life. She left behind her brilliant Hollywood career and received 140 noble titles, becoming Her Serene Highness, Princess of Monaco. Their wedding became one of the most memorable events of that time. 30 million viewers around the world watched the ceremony live. The world's elite gathered for the celebration: Aristotle Onassis, Conrad Hilton, former King Farouk of Egypt, Winston Churchill, Ava Gardner. When Grace arrived in Monaco, 20,000 people greeted her. She brought with her 80 suitcases filled with elegant outfits for her new role as princess. Grace Kelly's wedding dress, designed by Helen Rose, became one of the most iconic in fashion history. With its high collar, long sleeves, and a train 3.2 meters long, its bodice made of Brussels lace and buttons decorated with pearls, the gown continues to inspire brides all over the world. Breaking with royal tradition, Grace did not wear a tiara. Instead, her veil was held in place by a specially designed headpiece. After the wedding, the newlyweds went on their honeymoon aboard the yacht Dio Giovante II, a gift from Aristotle Onassis. The people of Monaco presented them with a luxurious Rolls-Royce. On January 23, 1957, their first child was born, Princess Caroline. The day was declared a national holiday. On May 14, 1958, came the heir to the throne, Prince Albert. And on February 1, 1965, their youngest daughter, Stephanie, was born. Grace Kelly brought to Monaco not only her beauty and elegance, but also new life. Thanks to her, the small principality became a symbol of luxury and glamour. She was deeply involved in charity work, supported the arts and culture, and founded the Princess Grace Foundation, which continues to support young talents in theater, dance, and cinema to this day. But sadly, this fairy tale story had a tragic ending. On September 13th, 1982, Grace Kelly was driving with her daughter Stephanie on a mountain road in Monaco when she suddenly lost control of the car. The following day, September 14th, by the decision of Prince Rainier, doctors disconnected life support and Grace Kelly passed away at the age of 52. Stephanie fortunately survived. Prince Rainier never recovered from the loss of his beloved wife. He never remarried, and in 2005, he was laid to rest beside her in the Cathedral of St. Nicholas. The legacy of Grace Kelly lives on to this day. Her children and grandchildren continue her charitable work through the Princess Grace Foundation. And this year, in memory of their mother, they organized the exhibition Grace No. 1 in the Prince's Palace of Monaco, displaying photographs, personal belongings, jewelry, and other memorabilia connected with the princess's life. As one of Princess Caroline's friends said, she is very inspired by this project. Caroline remembers her mother every day, and this exhibition almost brings her back visually. The exhibition is divided into 4 thematic sections: Grace's youth, marked by freedom in Jamaica, her role as a fashion icon, her devotion as wife and mother, and Grace as a woman passionate about photography and as an actress. Every photograph of Grace Kelly still radiates beauty and elegance. Her cinematic legacy, though not vast, is enough to represent the refinement of Hollywood's golden age. As a princess, she brought glamour to Monaco, helping to shape the modern image of this small country. Grace Kelly will forever remain in our memory as a cultural symbol, a fashion icon, and the very embodiment of timeless elegance. Her story is truly a fairy tale that became reality, reminding us that sometimes dreams really do come true.